Hi everyone, Dan here. Just going to show you today about my new invention. Actually, it's not new. I've done it since I was 20 years old. But it's a chainsaw harness. Basically, the original design was made out of suspenders. I was cutting wood 20 some years ago. You know, you got to work, got to make the payments. But I was getting tendonitis in my elbows from cutting small wood because you could never set the saw down. It was always vibrating and going on. And anyway, I didn't know what to do, so I went to my brother's shop and he had some suspenders that I actually bolted right to my chainsaw pants up through, and I fashioned a hook that went on the end of it that fit between your fingers. I'll just show you here. It goes onto the handle, right onto the handle, and hangs onto your chainsaw. Makes a 25-30 pound saw, you know, about 5 pounds. And the hook just spins while you're cutting wood. It just spins in between your fingers, back and forth. And the beauty of it is you can cut with one hand. If you're cutting bushes, the saw just stays right there, and you can bend down with your back straight, and you can cut bushes with one hand, throw it with the other. You know, if you need to clear a little spot, right? So just and you can go up a tree, limb your tree. When you're cutting from underneath, you can let go of the hand for a minute and just lift up on here, and it lifts the chainsaw up into the wood. After a while, you get used to it and comfortable. You can limb a tree on one side of your log on one hand. It just goes up, and anyway, and then it just simply unhooks when you want to cut your tree down. I don't recommend being hooked to the tree when you're cutting a big tree down. You know, it falls back on you or whatever. I actually did it once when a tree did fall back on me, but I fashioned the hook so that I just lifted away and the hook broke, bent away. So, but anyway, I still don't recommend you hook to a tree while you're cutting it down, and you just hook it back on. You know, people that work for a living in the woods with cutting wood, their chainsaw pants are all chewed to hell, but mine never were, because the chainsaw just sits there on your side like that when you're walking away. When you're walking and you want to lift that last log, you know, you can just bend down with it sitting right there and flip it over with your one hand, and the chainsaw just stays right there, right with you. The odd time, if you want to get that last log, you know, it'd be nice to have. Well, you can, some people they've done different things. They throw their chainsaw up there, but you know, with this on, you could just bend down and with two hands, grab your log and lift it up, and you can flip the log over and the chainsaw comes with you. And once you flipped it over, you can see that it would be just between my legs here. You can just flip your log over, and then of course you grab your chainsaw and away you go. So this particular harness is just made out of a strap from a ratchet strap, a couple of spokes out of an old wheel I had that it's just bent and connected here onto a belt. And you just connect both sides, and that is just a 3.5 inch common nail, just bent so it hooks around your handle like that. Slides back and forth, follows your hand, unhooks easy. That just stays there when you're not doing it, and it's a great rig. When I cut wood for a living, I mean, I wasn't tired at the end of the day. All that pressure's off your arms, like it just, I mean, you could cut easy with it. So I just wanted people to know that. I mean, it is. I've never had it snap up on me, you know. You got to be careful because your tip gets lighter because the saw is pivoted there. But when you know you're used to cutting in the wood, you know not to hit solid wood and let it snap up on you. And you still have the brake. Brake will still work. But anyway, I'm going to try to attempt to show you, cut this old tree down just to show you how it works. And like I said, it's really slick. When you get used to it, you can cut up by yourself, the limbs by yourself, stays right there. And just on a side note, I discovered this morning, it works great for a weed whacker too. You simply hook it around on your hand like that, and there you go. it just stays there. You just go along, just connect it, takes the weight of that engine. You know, you set your handle so it's nice and level, and away you go. So anyway, just let you know too, anybody wants this, I'll sell it to you. Give me 20 bucks and I'll send it your way. And okay, we're going to try to cut that tree down, see if I can get that filmed for you. So that's it. It works pretty slick. I haven't used one for a while. I used to use it years ago, but now I just cut around my property, so I don't use it as much. But I thought I'd build one for you just to show you. You might use one. It is pretty slick. It is in a way I find it safer, because at the end of the day you're not as tired. You think better. You look up for that dead wood. I mean, it works really well. You can cut your 4 or 5 cord a day pretty easy. And at the end of the day, you got a little energy for the wife and kids. So, but anyway, so yeah, just to give you a little closer look at this, you can make one yourself pretty easy. This one's attached right to my belt. So that's fashioned so that your belt fits right in there, like that. on both sides, and then you go away. You fit that on there like that, and then your belt goes around, and it don't, just to let you know, it doesn't bind you, it doesn't pull up. Like, I've never had a problem with that, ever. You know, it just, I mean, it's a 30-pound saw, but the tension's around your shoulders. It doesn't really pull on the back too much. And yeah, it's just, and the hook comes around. And like I said, the original design was bolted right to my pants. I mean, you can do that too. Bolt it right to your regular chainsaw pants that you use all the time. The belt's a little versatile for me right now. I don't work in the woods all the time. And the hook is face forward, and it just between your fingers, and it spins with you. You see there in the video, I can saw upwards. Just you're lifting up with your shoulders. And you know, I didn't see you showing bushes, but you know, the saw is flat, and if you ever hit the nose, it always goes that way, away from you. You know, and you get your other arm for clearing bush. So I mean, it really works good. I did work for a surveying company there for a while too, just clearing bush. I didn't need a helper. I just did it myself with my other hand. So keeps you in shape. But anyway, I hope you have a great day. I hope to see you in the near future, and bye for now.